Hello everyone and welcome to Art on the Creek. My name is Anne and we're in my home studio in Parker, Colorado. And what I would like to do with you today is make the next month on our Grabie DIY calendar. It comes with this little stand and it actually holds all 12 months, as you can see. And that stand is kind of a chipboard, so you could decorate that too if you wanted to. I know the camera angle is a little hard right there, but you can see how this just stands on your desk or kitchen counter. We did January before, but now it's time for February because it will be here before we know it. Grabie has been so kind to send me these things and I wanted to share them with you. There will be a coupon in the affiliate link below too for you, so that you, if you're interested in this, you can get one of your own and save a little bit of money. Now when Grabie sent this to me, they sent this enormous watercolor set, and I mean, it's amazing, you guys. Like, there's everything in it. It's a hobby level set, which is fine, but there are iridescents. There are so many paints in here, I just can't even fathom it at the moment. I think I need more coffee for a set like this. I get easily overwhelmed if I have too many choices. So we're going to use this other Grabie set today, which I really, really like. Now, they sent this to me a couple years ago to review, and I'll have a link for that video coming up here. It's caught, the hinge is caught on the seam in here. I'm trying to get it out of the bag. But bear with me, I'm going to have a little clumsy moment here. This little travel set is so sweet, and I've used it often. In fact, I had to look for it because it was in my plein air kit. I used it all year last year for plein air. It comes with a little brush, and whoop, there goes the brush. I'll get that in a second. And it comes with these pre-cut little papers. So you can see I did a color wheel here of the warm primaries, did some mixes to see if we could get a good gray. Here are the cool primaries, and then I also did this cute little elephant because, if memory serves, it comes with a permanent marker as well. I'll put the link right up there in the corner for that review if you're interested, but I don't know what I did with that little marker. It's probably still in my plein air kit, but I just want to show you this real quick. Look at this cute little pencil that it comes with. You can sharpen this with a blade or a regular pencil sharpener. It's a woodless pencil. And let me go get that brush that I expertly knocked off the table. I'll be right back. Very impressed with the quality here of this. It's a metal case with a very nice finish, very lovely to feel. It's got a good weight to it. And you just unscrew it, and do you see that ventilation hole there in the end? That is so you can put the brush away wet and it won't collect mold, it'll just dry out. So I'm excited to use this. It's got a beautiful point on it. It's a man-made fiber brush, and I don't think I mentioned it yet, but this set is probably a hobby level set. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but Grabie has some really nice hobby level paints. And if you're looking for something that you can have that's quick and easy and you want to save a little bit of money, well, I mean, look to Grabie. I think they've really got some good things. And I had looked at them even before they contacted me to see if I would review some of their items. I first started out trying their 100% cotton watercolor paper. Really, really like it. And if memory serves, this paper here, I'll put a note of correction in the description if I'm mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that this particular paper for this calendar is 100% cotton. So what I'm thinking for February is a sugar cookie, because I have been having cravings for sugar cookies. So, what I watch on Instagram a lot, I watch those videos of the expert cookie decorator. Truly, they're artisans in their own right. I mean, it's funny because I used to think I could do that. And so I got all the supplies and everything. And I said, and our oldest son was getting married. And I said, okay, yes, I will make everyone a little cookie to take home. I'll put it in a little plastic. It'll be so cute. And for the rehearsal dinner, that will be my contribution. And it actually turned out okay. I mean, it was just a circle cookie, but I found a very good recipe. And I made them. I even used gluten-free flour, and it worked just fine. For those of you who don't know, I have celiacs, and my kitchen is gluten-free. So sometimes, you don't know if it's going to work out right or not. Plus, I'm baking at altitude, so that always adds an extra wrench in the works. Although I did make these cookies at sea level. But anyway, the point of this whole thing is that I am so impressed with these cookie decorators who use the royal icing and get it. You flood the cookie and all of these cool things. Well, I just made simple little round cookies with a white background and then a script letter H, our last name initial, on the cookie. And I tell you what, they were delicious. Everyone complimented them and said that they were beautiful. But I tell you what, I will stick to watercolor and drawing and sketching, you guys, because that was so much work. Oh my gosh, I had to make like 4 batches ahead of time to try and get it right. And it was just, you know, things look easier on Instagram than they do in real life. And that's just something that I've come to accept. And I don't know about you, but if you've got a creative mind like me, you watch something and you say, oh yeah, I can do that. And then you actually get down to it, and sometimes you just can't do it. So, you know, I'm willing to be humble and accept my limitations. But I did see a video for those cookies again, and I kind of want to make some more. So that's why I have cookies on my brain here today. Just drew a simple cookie on a plate. And the first color that I went down with is their Cool Red. Which is what they call it, a cool red. It's kind of like the Winsor Newton Cotman alizarin crimson hue. That's kind of what it's like. And then I am mixing the cool blue, which is like a cerulean, with the black, because I'm kind of trying to get a Payne's gray, but I want the pigments to kind of separate. So the first thing I did when I started this was to spray the paper with water, because I really want that watercolor to just kind of play and act on the page just however it wants to. And I love how that little pink frosting is dripping down there. And that's because I sprayed the paper with water first. And I kind of jimmied the sprayer so that I could get big gloppy drops. You can do that with a big fat paintbrush too if you want to just some water down on your paper first before you start painting. Works really well. I'm mixing both browns. I'm mixing the sienna and the warm brown. Now this sienna is probably some variation of a PR 101 because it's very red. And then that warm brown. I am using my imagination for this drawing. I'm just playing around here. You guys can look for a picture of a cookie if you want, or you can paint something else entirely for Valentine's Day. I didn't want to just do a bunch of hearts, but I did want something pink because in February, I will admit, I'm very influenced by seasons and holidays, and I do think in pink in February. That's probably indoctrinated in me from years and years, excuse me, years and years ago in elementary school in the 60s. My husband and I were just talking about this. We used to celebrate George Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday, and they were all right around Valentine's Day. And the thing to do, the craft that we always did in elementary school, was we made silhouettes of George Washington and Abraham Lincoln, and then we would put it on a lace doily in a heart shape. So everyone's classroom was kind of an amalgam of all of those holidays in February. And we've still kind of got that feeling in our brains. When we think of Valentine's Day, we think of George Washington's birthday and Abraham Lincoln's birthday, although now it's President's Day. And I remember when our oldest kids were in school, that's kind of when they changed it to a long weekend holiday. Thursday, they had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. In Colorado, most people went skiing. Now I think they even have a week off for winter break is what it's called. So I don't know, times change. You got to roll with punches. And what I have decided to do is really just immerse myself in this cookie with you guys here today. And some memories. What are your favorite memories of Valentine's Day when you were a kid growing up? I loved those Valentines that were a pun. The ones that would be, you know, you'd have a little card in there and it said something like, it was a pickle, and the pickle was saying, I'd be in a pickle if you won't be my Valentine, or something like that. Or a lion, I'm not lion Valentine, I'm in love with you, or something like that. So, you know, I just miss those great Valentine puns. They're kind of all consumed by dad jokes today. But let's talk more about this calendar. I'm sorry I get so distracted in memory lane, but I am loving how this paint works on this paper. And you know, that's the thing. You can use any paint you want, really. It can be any level paint, even your kids' paint from their school supplies. But when you get that 100% cotton watercolor paper involved, it really has fun. And that paint, I think the paint does have fun, because then it will really act the way watercolor is supposed to act. It will do what watercolor is supposed to do. And in this case, I'm loving how loose and flowy this little heart on a plate came out. So let's get it dry, and then we're going to go in with a fine liner and make some very loose lines around it. Okay, I was able to get that mostly dry. I'm just going to clean up some of the droplets of clear water that went astray. I did do some splatter on this too. I just really want this to be loose, cheerful, full of energy, and I found that those splatters really help to give some extra energy to your painting. I really like adding that water ahead of time too, because it just accentuates the flow of the watercolors, all that energy behind the paint. This is a Winsor Newton liner in a cool gray. It's a 0.3, and I'm pretty sure it's a pigment liner. I have been cleaning up my art supplies that I just haven't had time to deal with, and this was in one of the sketch boxes. I really like this liner. I don't really have a lot of information on it. I will put a link to the marker itself or the sketch box, wherever I can find, down below. But as a pigment liner, you know what? I really like how easy this one is to write with. And the gray is so nice. Because, you know, if I were to go in here with a black liner, that'd be fine. You could, but it would just really be a whole lot of statement from that pigment liner. And I didn't really want that. I love this tone of this cool gray. This marker, I would definitely buy more of these. And I was going to do more, but I decided, you know what? I think we're done. So this is it, you guys. Here is my version of a sugar cookie on a plate for February. So let's get our snowman out and let's see what they look like together. Ah, our little calendar is coming out so nice. I hope you guys are having a great onset to your February, enjoying your 2025. And if you want to start by making one of these DIY calendars, well, check out that link in the description. Maybe it's something you'll be interested in. Take care, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye now.